Merry magical new moon, my whimsical water signs. It's Moonwind Fairy here with your new moon to new moon vibes and energy reading. I'm going to do it like the you and your person. So I'll be drawing the cards, and it's a story, remember? So it's the energies, personality of person A, then person B, and then we're going to do the energy that connects the two of you, what's emerging, transforming, and healing, and then solution, outcome, and future. Now, it's a story, so if this doesn't make sense to you, no big deal. Wasn't a message here for you. But the person A and person B can all be one person. That's all I'm going to say, because I tried to explain it in fire signs and I probably made a mess. But anyway, so however this resonates, however you receive this information, if it just pertains to you, that's wonderful. If it pertains to you and somebody else, that's good too. When I do the when I do it's the energy that connects you, I'm also going to say that's the new moon energy or vibe or theme. So it can be what connects you, or it can just be what's going to be there for you. And then what's emerging, transforming, and healing. So does that make sense? I don't know. Anyway, I want to thank you all, oh my goodness, for all the likes and comments. I'm just having a blast with this, and I hope you're having fun too. So, without further ado, again, this is a story, so if it doesn't make sense to you, no big deal. This is for my water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Break out my magic wand. What vibes and energy are coming my whimsical water signs way this new moon to new moon? What's happening there, Sage? That's Sage. Sage is my boy. One of them. I got Loon too. All right. Starting energy of person A for my Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Let's see what the new moon haps is. Queen of Cups. Love, big as the sky, deep as the ocean, intuitive, compassionate, empathetic. So person A is, yeah, they're Queen of Cups. So they are very loving, very, very loving personality. All right. Beginning energy for person B. Beginning energy for person B. Yeah, I think, I don't know what I fire sign ones. The Fool. So the energy of person B is following their bliss. They are taking risks. They're just happy fools. I want to read what it says in this. Oh, so the cards that I'm using are this one, Hidden Realm. I just love the pictures, and I really like the way it describes them too. So, but I think so. New beginnings. You're surrounded by potential. So this person, you know, it's time. They're making a fresh start. They're following their bliss. They're open-minded too. Nice. All right. So let's get the supportive card for our very loving, compassionate, intuitive personality. Oh, water sign. Did I say that? Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Lordy. Still early, and I'm like... Two of Swords. Swords, air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Two of Swords are thoughts. This is like failing to see. It's also Soulful Revolution. I think maybe she changed it, but this was like the no talkie card. Not seeing, not looking. But swords are thoughts. So this person might be having some... I'm going to read what it says in this book. Got so many books that I don't know what to do with them. Inner conflict. Failure to make a decision. Denial of reality. A compelled choice. Unsettling circumstances. Repressed emotion. So they're not talking. So person A is got some inner conflict going on. They're having a hard time making a decision, but they're very loving, they're very compassionate and intuitive. So let's see what is the our person B, following their bliss, taking risks. They're starting off on a new, they got a fresh start. They get to do-over. They got the do-over card. What is their supportive energy? Four of Pentacles. Eesh. Earth sign. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is being resistant to change. This is holding on to stuff too tightly. This is, Pentacles represent stability, being dedicated, hard work, being abundantly blessed. But it's more like materialistic. This is a materialistic person that is kind of resistant to change, which is weird, but they're following their bliss and they're taking risks. So, let's see how that works out. But Pentacles, yeah, so they're stable. Person B is stable. They're content. They're taking risks. They're following their bliss, but they're resistant to change. I guess that's interesting. All right, let's see the new moon energy that connects the two of you. This is going to be like the new moon vibe or theme that's going to be around you from this new moon to the moon. Yikes. So, this could mean, well, it's interesting because this is, I think it's Pisces. I kept getting this. And look, there's the new moon. It's a good sign. So, the moon is sometimes deception. It sometimes can be illusions. But let's read what it says here. Surrender to darkness. A journey through shadows, illusion, and profound truths. Patient meditation, release, magical creativity, and intuition. Also can be deception. I'm going to go with, this is the new moon vibes and energy. New moons are all about setting intentions. Didn't it say that? Profound truths, patient meditations, release, magical creativity, and intuition. So that's the energy that connects the two of you, but it's also the new moon energy that's going to be around you so you're going to be doing some magical creativity. There could be some, a journey through some shadows, might be having to look at some things in our lives that we don't necessarily like to look at. So there will be some profound truths and some release. That's not bad. Get rid of that stuff. Okay, let's get a clarification card for our very loving, compassionate, intuitive person that's having a hard time making a decision. They're not talking about it. They're real quiet. But they're very loving and kind. Emotional too. Clarification card for person A. Five of Cups. Five of Cups. That is water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. The Five of Cups, I think, that's also feeling, but that would make sense because the moon is this new moon vibe or energy, this energy that connects the two of you, person A and B, is looking at the shadow side of your life. Those things that are uncertain. 5 of Cups is befriending grief. A significant but only partial loss. Despair, regret, flaws or imperfections, a possible end to a relationship. But, okay, so this person, A, very loving, very compassionate, empathetic, they're intuitive, and, you know, the moon, intuition. They are failing to make a decision. They're not talking about it. And it's kind of haunting them. Whatever it is that's bothering them, whatever it is that is causing these feelings, this inner conflict. So they have this inner conflict, and it's causing them to feel very uncertain, not good feelings. But this new moon energy is going to be revealing the darkness. You're going to have to, but that's not bad, you know. All right, so let's get a clarification card for our person B, who is following their bliss. They're taking risks. They are resistant to change. They're stable and they're content. They're abundantly blessed, but they're not changing. That might be their moon. Ooh, Lord. Yikes. This is not good. 10 of Swords. So, again, interesting. Swords. 10 of Swords, air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. 10 of Swords is feeling stabbed in your back. This is terrible feeling. So, let's read what that says. But they're thoughts. And this new moon energy is going to basically reveal the darkness. It's going to illuminate that darkness, these dark feelings. Final release. An end to an outdated way of being or thinking. Surrender, betrayal, forgiveness of self and others. Liberation from the past. Beautiful. So, this person, B, they're resistant to change. They're holding on to some junk. And person A, this loving, emotional, intuitive, they got inner conflict because they got all these feelings. Let's read this again. They weren't very good ones. Befriending grief. Significant but only partial loss. Despair, regret, flaws or imperfections. So their inner conflict. Oh, this makes sense. This makes sense. So this very loving, intuitive, compassionate person, this inner conflict has to do with what they think about themselves. You know, their imperfections, seeing that. And it's befriending grief. So yeah. And then person B is, you know, Peter Pan. This is Peter Pan. Life is an awfully big adventure. So they're following their bliss. They're taking risks. They're starting off on a new journey. They are pentacles, so they're stable, they're content, hardworking. But they're resistant to change. And they have got some junk they need to let go of. Why can't I remember anything, my lordy? Final release. An end to an outdated way of being, thinking, surrender, betrayal, forgiveness of self and others. Liberation from the past. So, that's why this person does want to change, because some forgiveness needs to happen. Just saying. Okay, enough of that stuff. Let's see what is emerging, transforming, and healing. Both beautiful people. One person A, loving, intuitive, compassionate. Got some inner conflict on. You know, the outside looks all fine and dandy, but inside there's some issues. And it has to do with person A, it's imperfections in themselves. It's totally that. Person B needs to forgive. But they're following their bliss, they're stable, they're content. They're just not gonna change. They're resistant to change. They're obstinate. And the energy that connects the two of you is the moon. Alright, so what's emerging, transforming, and healing is Two of Wands. It's a choice. I love it. It is a choice, darlings. Wands is fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Two choices. A choice between equal opportunities, optimism, boldness, great energy, imminent fulfillment, a well-balanced person, the world in your hand. This is cool. So, check my whimsical water signs. The moon is, I don't even know what it says here. Moon. I don't know if I read this one. Yeah, surrender to darkness. A journey through the shadows. So the two of you are going, you need to deal with your shadow stuff. Person A has to deal with their imperfections or the imperfections that they feel in others. Person B needs to kind of forgive. There's a forgiveness issue. So what the moon represents is the magical creativity but profound truths. This Two of Wands are passionate, energetic, and enthusiastic. So what's emerging, transforming, and healing is two choices. You can choose to stay in this energy, or you can choose, to really let go of all this junk. Let go of all the forgiveness. Let go of the thoughts of imperfection. All right. Water signs. Heavy stuff. But I was reading somewhere that this new moon is going to be intense because it has to do with a whole bunch of other stuff that I have no idea what they're talking about. But new moons are all about planting seeds of, new beginnings. And that's what person B, they're off to new beginnings. But in this situation, for water signs, what I'm reading so far is like, you've got the moon, which is profound truths. And some of those truths aren't real pretty. But we have a choice that we can either keep carrying this junk around or get rid of it. Get rid of it. Get rid of the junk. All right, let's see what the solution, outcome, and or future is for my whimsical water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. The Fairy Stallion. Love it. This is the Chariot. To me, this is moving triumphantly in the direction of your dreams. Ta-da! So, let's break it down. You got person A, who is very loving, very compassionate, intuitive. They love everybody. They're just a loving person. And they're wise. This is love. Big as the sky, deep as the ocean. Unconditional love. That's what it is. Very unconditional loving person. They have some inner conflict going on. Their thoughts. They have thoughts of imperfections, and it sounds like it's like their self-talk is not real good. Even though they're very loving, they're still kind of befriending. Significant or partial loss, regret. So there's some regrets, flaws or imperfections. Yeah, so that's person A's deal. It's hurting them inside, dragging these feelings around. Person B is the fool, following their bliss, taking risks, new beginnings. They're stable, they're hardworking, they're content, but they're rigid. They don't want to change. They're resistant to change. And they're kind of materialistic. But they're dragging this around. There needs to be some forgiveness. Let's read that again. Because these are thoughts. Swords are thoughts. So it's not happening. It may have happened in the past, but it ain't happening anymore. So what we tell ourselves either lifts us up or shoots us down. An end to an outdated way. So person B is rigid. He's stuck in a certain way, or she. A way of being or thinking. Surrender, betrayal, forgiveness of oneself and other, liberation from the past. So perfect. So then the energy that is some profound truths, the new moon energy that is going to surround you and connect you is profound truths. They're going to be revealed. And it's going to, there's also going to be some magical creativity. Because once you face these truths, then you have what's emerging, transforming, and healing is this passionate, enthusiastic, energetic, two choices. You can choose to stay stuck in this stuff or choose to triumphantly move quickly in the direction of your dreams. That's what I'm talking about. So, my whimsical water signs, you have a blessed and beautiful new moon to new moon journey. And I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for hanging out with me. So yeah, your new moon to new moon vibe is profound truths, choices to be made to follow triumphantly or go triumphantly in the direction of your dreams. Good stuff. All right. Blessings and love.